We certainly live in unusual times, and here I am speaking in a church that normally is filled with people, and I'm preaching virtually each Sunday to many people through the camera, but to a building that is physically empty. We live in a time of great perplexity, complexity, and indeed suffering. There is a trauma, a crisis facing our world through this virus. This question of suffering is one that the great religious teachers and philosophers of this and any age have always wrestled with. Pain accompanies pleasure, death marches right along with life. And today there is a virus. What is the answer? Where is there hope? Who will help? All the great religious teachers and philosophers of this and any age have wrestled with the question of suffering. But only one suffered, died, and rose again: Jesus. The renowned Russian author Alexander Solzhenitsyn, the story goes that when he was traveling and speaking throughout America, he recounted the turning point in his life. He was in the Gulag, in prison, suffering greatly. And the story goes that there was a moment when he had been put in a situation where he was unable to speak. He, with another prisoner, could not communicate to each other. They were in verbal, social, physical isolation. And he felt like he was losing his mind. And then one day that prisoner bent down and in the dust of that prison cell drew a cross. And Solzhenitsyn said that was the turning point in his life. Now he knew what the purpose of his life was. Now, every religious teacher and philosopher has struggled with the question of suffering, and right now, because of this virus, many of us are doing so. Whether you're physically suffering, whether you're economically suffering, whether you feel like you're losing your mind because of isolation, suffering is very real in a way it has not been for many people in the recent past. It's become front of mind. All the great religious teachers and philosophers have wrestled with the question of suffering, but only one suffered, died, and rose again, and he bled and suffered for you. Turn to him and find hope in him today.